Hey, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. So today we want to get into the ideas of some of the ways that we want to develop that cutter and that sinker. If you recall, when we were talking about grips, it was just wrist position for me and where we're at in relationship to the ball. I was going to take that ball, split the ball in half. If I was throwing the cutter, I'm going to advance the outer half of the ball. If I'm throwing the sinker, I'm going to advance the inner half of the ball. It didn't really matter if I was four seam or not. So today we want to start talking a little bit about some of the items that we can do to help us get the feel for that and help train for that as well. Okay, so to begin with, before we do anything, you're going to need to set up your camera, set up it in front of you or behind you. But what you want to be able to do is to figure out where your arm slot is. Okay, it's going to become pretty important here, okay? If your dad or your mom or sister or brother or friend is going to take your video, feel free to throw a tennis ball, feel free to throw a wiffle ball or whatever so you don't hit them in the head if it gets away from you. Just downrange. So we're trying to see where that arm angle is for you, okay? So the first things that we're going to do are the Reddick drills, and basically all we're going to do is I'm going to throw the sinker here. I'll set up the sinker. So we're going to come to the wall, and we want to find that arm slot. We want to make sure we're in that arm slot. Okay, so don't mean to turn away from you here. But this is typically my arm slot, and I'm just going to apply pressure on that ball right there, okay, in that arm slot. So I come off the wall a little bit, I lean back into it. I come off, I lean back into it. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where I'm at, okay? I'm going to make sure that I'm in my setup, that I'm in my good setup. I get my arm out in front at the release point, and I'm going to do it again. Same thing, but I'm getting into that. So I'm on the inner third. Want to make sure I'm not flat into the ball. I want to hold my angle. I'm going to press in a little bit, 3, 4, 5 times, however many times you want to feel comfortable, but something I think I want to do every day. Okay? So that's this first part. We're going to move over here to another area. I'll be right back with you. All right, gang, so we're coming over here. We're going to do what is known as the knee drill. And basically what I've done is I'm in front of a target. In this instance, I'm in front of an L screen, or just a fielder screen rather. And I have a tarp set up on it. And if you look into the green area, there's a little round dot at the bottom. That's my target. I want to stay down towards the bottom. I am throwing sinker, so that's my idea. All right, obviously if I was going to throw the cutter, I'd advance the outer half of the ball. The outer half of the ball. Today I'm on the inner half here. I'm going to throw the sink on this. I'm about 25, 30 feet away. If you don't have the screen, you could be in the front of a wall, okay? You could set up a tarp. Just make sure you block off the bottom so you're not running around chasing balls all day long. But what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to work on advancing the inner half of the ball. I want to make sure that I have you here. Make sure that you're on screen. I believe I have you. It's a pretty good one. I've got my baseballs spread out a little too far for me. Let me move them in. So I'm staying through the inner third. There's a really good one right there. Nice sink action on that. If I bounce into that, that's okay. That's my intent. That one didn't do much. And that one was actually the best one. Okay, it was actually a pretty good one. All right, so next up, we'll show you the second knee drill. Okay, so now the second knee drill that we're going to do, I'm going to put both knees down on the ground this time. And, you know, if my knees are somewhat closed, if this is the closed position, I want to stay somewhat closed. I want to get a little bit into separation so I can feel that just a little bit. But I'm going to do the same thing. Again, I'm going to promote that inner third. Really nice pitch right here. I just want to start to feel this a little bit more in separation. That's a good one. There's a good one. I can see it's starting to squirt a little bit to the right. So I want to make sure I'm in good position. Another good one. Okay, that one I sort of just got into the ground a little bit, but you get the idea of what we're doing here. So pretty much something that I would want to do every day. The wall drill series, so these are the Reddicks, the wall drill series, the knee drills, okay? Every day, take 5-10 minutes to work with your grips on those. Obviously, advance the other way to start working on the cutter. Okay, so we want to see the moves on those as well. Okay, so that's sinker action here. We'll get into it. I'll show you a couple more drills, the Halliday drill and a couple others. And what I'll do there is I'll go sinker action with that because that's specific to that. But I'll also show you the cut action as well when we do those. Okay, everybody have a good day. I'll see you soon.